Hello and welcome to Avenging Past 7. Today is day 158 of our free-to-play farming guide. Hold on. My brain will catch up in a second. Um, so please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, check out our merch store, check out our Discord channel. Yesterday I did have somebody, I will even call you out by name, because I have been noticing you comment pretty consistently now, and I do enjoy your comments. Um, Sir Maxim asked if I could share my account ally codes, and so last night I put them into the Discord SWGOH channel. So if you are not already, please join the Discord. You can find the link in the description down below, and you'll find my ally codes down there if you want to add me as a friend or just look up my account every once in a while, see what's going on over there. That is in there. Um, Zenith Hackerhoke commented, said that there is a second free calendar. I believe the only way to access it is through the online store right now. So I don't know if they'll make it more available later on or if you have to go there for the whole month. But the second free calendar has Maul and his ship in it. So if you do have your store set up or you can set it up, go ahead and do that because Maul and his ship will be worth it. And if nothing else, you'll get free shard shop currency. Okay, what else has been going? Oh, yesterday sucked. Yesterday was awful. Overall had a good day, but it's like April 1st, you really just can't be on the internet, like at all, really. Um, there's everyone's posting just straight up lies, and that's all I see it as. A few pages I followed posted something that was, I would say, yeah, it's kind of funny. I could see the humor in it. You can spot that it's an April Fool's joke right away. You can see that it's humorous and move on with your day. But a lot of people just share just stuff that would be awesome or really good, and it's just not true. Um, my brother is in the downtown Atlanta area somewhat often, and I don't think he consistently uses their Metro Transit, MARTA, I believe is what it's called, for like their train system and stuff. But he was telling me that on their Facebook page they shared a post, or someone shared a post. I think a news organization that in this area shared a post that said that they're adding a new train line to go to a new area of a new spot in this area that honestly would be really useful and helpful to people who travel that area and could use that train, and it's just not true, not happening. Um, it's just a day I do not look forward to. As a child, as a kid, April Fool's Day is always funny and cool, and you look forward to it. It's like, okay, cool. But then as an adult, it's like I use Facebook and I use Reddit for 8 shards. I got 8 Grief Karga shards out of that. That is awesome. Maybe we can finish him out. We can finish him out right there. That is awesome. So we'll go ahead and send him to 7 stars and be done with him for now. We will upgrade him when it comes time. And we'll move on to Bosk. But as an adult, like I use Facebook, I use Reddit to know what's going on in the world. What is Disney doing? What is Lucasfilm doing? I want to. What are the YouTubers like to follow doing? What's the movie news today? And when there's just a whole day where everyone posts just what I just call lies, um, to make me super excited and then realize, oh, it was posted on this day, it's like, at least it's all on one day. Now I do remember a time, this would have been 10 years ago. I was maybe 17, 16, right around that age range. Um, I was in the middle of watching Doctor Who on Netflix. Had just, I want to say just recently, but had somewhat recently found the show. And so I was watching all of the new seasons in order and stuff. And I had recently found Sherlock from BBC and been with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman and been watching that. And I knew about Supernatural. And one of the pages that I like to follow for my news shared an article that said that Doctor Who, Sherlock, and I think Supernatural were going to have a special where they all converge together for an episode. And I had heard, I knew of shows making connections with each other like that before, so it wasn't too crazy. And two of the shows are from the same network and producers. So I got all excited about it. And then, I don't remember when, but at some point I was looking at the article, or looking back at the article, and I saw that it was published months ago on April 1st. And this is where April 1st affected me months after it had come out. And so that was a frustrating day for me as well. But yeah, I don't like April 1st. Don't like it. Did any of that get recorded? It did. Okay, it got recorded. I do not expect to go live today. I do not. But I did make a video about Grand Arena. I recorded it Friday night, released it yesterday, yeah. So here's my opponent for the next Grand Arena. Twice my size, and this isn't too bad a roster to fight against. 1.2 mil. He's going to have a lot more versatility than me, and he definitely has some different teams. I mean, he's got Ayla Secura at Gear 12. He's got Luminara at Gear 12. So this will be... But he only has Bastila at 6-star. He's got Luminara and Ayla 7-starred and Gear 12, but Bastila at 6. That's interesting. While in Grand Arena, dispel all debuffs on allies. Allies gain tenacity up. She gains speed. Stacks of heal over time. Wow, that seems like a good one. Hopefully they take that on offense. Hopefully they take all their Jedi on offense, but we'll see what they do. So look forward to that video to come out tomorrow. We'll see if plans change. Hopefully we get to record the podcast. Why is my camera angle so wonky? I'm just now noticing that. Whoa, that's a bit better. Hopefully the plans do not change and we get to record the podcast and start working on editing that, putting that together. And if so, I do want the podcast to release the first episode on Wednesday. Wednesdays seem to be a day that the algorithm works really well for me. Now it will be on a brand new channel. We are still working on the design of the channel. But I will say we are calling it, we're working out the name, but right now our tentative planned name is GGEZ. We don't know what EZ will stand for, but GG is going to stand for Generation Gamers. Because one of our big things that we like about our idea is that each of us, myself, my wife, and my friend, come from either a different generation of gaming, to where we grew up, playing on completely different consoles, and now we're kind of matching up, or from a completely different style or upbringing with gaming. I mean, my wife and I are the same age, just a couple months apart, but she grew up PlayStation, I grew up Xbox. She grew up with Tony Hawk and The Sims, I grew up with Star Wars and Halo. So even then, with being in the same generation, we have completely different experiences, as well as I'm a guy and she's a girl, and so she finds different games more interesting to herself than I do. And so we think that this could lead to a lot of fun, interesting conversations between past experiences, current experiences, and just, what's newly announced, what are we looking forward to, and things like that. So we're really excited about that, looking forward to that. One idea that I had that I thought would be fun would be there's three of us, and we can each episode or whenever we feel like it, or stuff like that, um, come up with a trivia question directed to a specific person. Um, so for my wife, I might I would have to Google it. I'd have to look it up, but I might try and pick out a trivia question that relates to Sailor Moon that I would expect her to know or have heard of or have an idea of, even if she can't get it. Something not to be too easy, but to have some fun with it and make it realistic for the other person to know. Um, for my friend, I'd probably choose either maybe a Diablo 3 because I know he played that a lot, or maybe a Halo question because I know he played Halo a lot. Um, and so trying to pull out a fun trivia question to have some fun discussion, fun thoughts on it, see if they can, see if we can know the trivia, and but also have it be realistically achievable for the person to get that. So it's not going to be solely focused on Star Wars or this game. I'm sure some discussions with this will come up with how much time I put into this game and these videos. But it's a fun thing that I think that we have been wanting to do. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time, and we spend a lot of time on my friend, my wife, and myself, and some other friends. We all spend a lot of time playing Overwatch or just playing games or just sitting on a Discord call together. We have all these discussions all the time, anyways. Why not turn a camera on, record some of it, have some fun, and put it out there to share with all of you guys if y'all enjoy that. So, you know, I'll try at some point soon. I'll be dropping a link to the channel in my Discord so that y'all can all have a chance to go over, sub, hit the notification bell, get ready for when that episode goes live, and see how it goes. So, trying to think of an engagement question. You can see how slow I'm moving today. My brain is not keeping up with my mouth. I don't know much of it. Well, maybe you can start some of the discussion here in this video on hold on. I'll catch up in a second. So if you have any friends or family that you think would enjoy this podcast, go ahead and start telling them about it now. Let them know. I'll share the link so that y'all can share the link with them. This could be, really fun for anyone out here who's watching who has children who you've been encouraging to get into games or have been interested in gaming. You can share this podcast with them and then, spark conversations with each other on, your different experiences with that. I always love talking with my dad about what video games were like for him as he grew up. I know he spent a lot of money one day at the arcade playing one of the TMNT arcade games, going all the way through so he can beat it all in one day, which that's what the arcades were designed for, to try and pull as much money doing that. And he's picked up one of the newer machines to be able to play old Atari games, and he sat down with me the other day and tried to pull up some Atari games. I know there's like a lightsaber training game where you're supposed to be able to have two controllers to control two different lightsabers and battle out with each other. That one didn't work out for us, but there was like an Indiana Jones game that made no sense. There's an Empire Strikes Back game that made very little sense, and it was fun getting to share that experience with him, of him trying to share those games with me. And I think I was more excited about it than he was, because he talked about how he thought those games were crap when they came out. But it's always cool to be able to re-experience even the stuff that you thought was bad, or not enjoyable when you were young, to be able to re-experience it again. So look forward to discussions like that in the future with this podcast. And let me know what your thoughts on all of that are, and if you're excited about it. Other than that, I will wrap up this video. Um, with that, y'all have a great day, and may the force be with you.